is being recorded. So with this SBA, one of the things that we just mentioned is that the SBA will have 6 sheets. So each of these blue squares, rectangles, each of these is a sheet. So you must have your label pictorial. The pulley assembly goes into the first one, which is the isometric. So for this isometric, you do not need hidden detail. So this person would delete all of the hidden detail in here. However, you need to put in center lines. So you must put center lines all the way through this drawing. So even on the top of these bolts that are here, you must have center lines. Also, you must have the ellipse, the circle that comes all the way around here. So for this drawing, just a few things that I mentioned. Hidden detail needs to be removed. Center lines must be put in. You must put the circle, which is on the top of the nut or the bolt here. Everybody's clear with that? So when I look at this drawing, you see this student does not have any circles. You're going to lose a mark for this. So you need to put in this circle here. It needs to be solid or outlined. And in this drawing, it needs to be that way too. The last thing with this drawing is the layers must be correct. So all of these layers here must be outlines. All right, so I'll move on from this. What's missing from this isometric? What's missing from this isometric? Pardon me? The web. It doesn't have any web. You understand? So you need to put in the measurements for the web in the isometric here. All right, so the second sheet, orthographic. So you will have the label, orthographic projection, the pulley assembly, put on your scale. And when it comes to labeling these drawings, we will have a sectional front view or a sectional end view. It is up to you which one you want to do, but we should start to section next week. That's when most persons will be finished. Now all of these things here do not need to be dimensioned. You will put about 4 dimensions on this drawing. You will put the length, the height, the width. So we have this 180 here, which is good. You can put in this 110, that will be here. So you just put in a few measurements, but mainly the largest measurements. So remember that this video, the purpose of this video is to guide you as you're finishing the SBA. Now, one major problem, students having views that do not line up. So when we look at this bolt that is here, this bolt has to line up here, and it does, so that's good. Make sure that you do not have that mistake. Do you all see that there are 2 different washers?
Yes.
See, this washer is big and this one is small. So I need to see a hidden detail for this one. So we have the hidden detail for it here. You follow me? And then we will see the solid circle for this one here. And we do have the solid circle for that one. Yeah. What are you gonna do? If it's 2 different thicknesses, that's when we come to the exploded drawing. So you will have 2 different washers. So we will have the first washer here, which is the largest one. And then I'll just copy the smaller washer here. So most persons will have 2 types of washers in their drawings, but some persons who like more work will put in more washers. It's not a problem either way. You just need to make sure that you have it drawn correctly, because what will happen is we're going to check the measurements of the washers. So we have washer 1 there, we have washer 2, so just put those there for now. And then you should have this washer here. Everybody understand what I'm saying? I need you to remember these things. Because when you are drawing it, I can only tell you to fix it so many times. So over here now, we can touch on the exploded. We draw across the center line. Draw a vertical center line here. We put in another vertical center line here. And So an error that you have, Nathan, which is on your nuts. So we do the same thing here again. Project across the center line. Some of you are not showing the dimension of the hidden detail. For your washers, you're going to have an internal hole. Now when I copy this washer, I do not have the smaller hole in it, but I needed to remember that this washer has a radius 8 circle passing through it. Now, because this person has so many things here drawn, that's not the radius 8. Actually, this person does not have the radius 8. So there's the radius 8. That is the shaft of the bolt. So that radius 8 is what I should see being projected across here. And they do have it lining up correct with the person's drawing that I'm using. Alright, so why did I highlight that? Because the radius 8 hole must be shown in the washer. See here? So when I come down, put in the radius 8, and it goes into both of them. Alright, so we're on to dimension, you know. Center lines. Whenever you do a center line, don't let it stop by the end of the figure. Always extend it a little further outwards. We change the layers here. Make sure that these are outlined. Is this finished? Anything missing from this, or is it finished? Missing dimensions. So let's put radius here, radius 8. Put the second radius. So we dimension then the bottom one. Alright, anything else is missing or finish? Was missing from this exploded here for these washers? I'm listening to you. The hidden detail, good. So there should be hidden detail for this hole here in each of them. So in your nuts, Nathan, take a look here. For your nuts, Nathan, in your exploded, you have the hidden detail here for the washer, hidden detail here, but you don't have the hidden detail for these nuts. So this needs to come up. This needs to come up. But you're also missing the circle for the thread. You understand this, Nathan? Now remember, I'm not only speaking to Nathan here, I'm speaking to everyone. This washer is your alpha nut. Well, that's your alpha nut. The alpha nut comes out here. So you need to put in the measurement of this thread so that you will have then a second circle on the inside here. So when you check that measurement, Khalil and others, they needed to follow this. You must have your second circle in here to the correct measurement. Your second circle will be in this one to the correct measurement. Now, as I said before, the nut has threads, right? This should be diameter 16 or M16. So you double left click it, change it to M16. Whenever it has threads, you change it to M. The dimension that actually touches or goes towards the threads. So we have our two M's there. Over here, this one is good. What's missing from this one? The dimension for the top of it. We don't have this measurement. So I need you to put in that measurement. And this one here is finished. Diameter 14, diameter 32. This is finished. You have the name, the number off. So these two here are good. We have the name, we have the height, we have the hidden, we have the two circles. For this, we are missing the inner circle that shows the thread. We have the height, we have the M, we have the name. What's the problem with this name here? Letters supposed to be what? Block letters. Block letters. You understand? All letters are block letters. So you see here, Nathan? No, simple error. Anybody can see the error with these hidden tail lines? Huh? One is not broken, true. There's another error. You realize if you close one eye and focus on it, true. The space between here is the same as this space? No. So look, we left click, we go to center, left click again, something here is off. Right? Something here is off because the space of this one is slightly off to the smaller one. So you're gonna make sure that your centers are the correct centers. No, Renako said, hey. No, that's good. Will you change it too? Will you want to change it too? I don't understand. So explain what you're saying. Turn so you can see. What's the problem? No, you're going to make sure that your centers are good. No, you're going to make sure that both of them have the same center. Now, the issue here in the exploded, pay attention, quite important point. When we look down at a bolt, okay, you have to try to remember this difference between a bolt and a nut. They're opposites. One fits in the other. So you cannot expect both of them to look the same in the plan view. What do I mean by that? Look through. When I project down this bolt, do you think that this line here, when I project it down, and I look down at this, which of these two lines is solid and which one is hidden? Not cut. Inside or outside? Which one? Outside one? Which one is hidden? Trey? Why the inside one? You gotta look down. Let's look at this bottle here. This bottle has threads too, right? Now, if I had to look at the curvature of the threads, this would actually be the bolt here. When I look down at it, I am going to see two circles. Pay attention, Kenai. The circle that is going to be solid is the outer circle. You understand what I'm saying, Kenai? You got to do this in your exam. So for a bolt, the inner circle is broken. I know something was wrong with this. So for a bolt, the inner circle is broken, whereas for a washer, when we look at a washer and we find these two circles on the washer, which one is going to be broken on the washer? Which one is going to be broken, inside or outside? No. The outside one for the washer is what will be broken. So for this, and you understand what I mean by broken here. That is the thread for this one. This inner one is going to be solid. Because when we actually look at the washer, we will see a circle, we will see the whole of the washer, but this here is the threads. The threads will be going further in. Now, if you don't understand it, that is okay, but it's something that we will do over time. Alright, so dimensions. Any dimensions missing from this, or does Nathan have everything for the bolt here? Pardon? Top this? No, we don't put the dimension there. But good attempt. We put the dimension for this here. Right? So which one of these are we changing to M? this one here that has the threads. Remember, you have to do this for the exam, okay? And you only dimension it as a diameter. You don't dimension it as a radius. All right, so this one, we don't need that one at all. 16 is good. We don't need the 122, 106 is fine, 10 is fine. That's good. M12, this. We don't need the 28. All right, so that is pretty good. So for the most part, Nathan, these are good. What's missing here? The hidden detail now. So on your nuts, you need to show the hidden detail in the figure. Everybody understands that? So over here for this nut, you will have hidden detail too. Trey, you're following? You understand the point I just made? The hidden detail in here. All right, now to be very honest, that is mainly it. Sorry. What dimensions are missing from this? What 35? The treads. We got treads in here? No. But what's missing is you don't have the how far in we're drawing. So when I go to make this, I want you to think of you making it. I tell you I want you to make macaroni salad, but I have not given you the ingredients for macaroni salad. All right, only give you some. Trey was missing from here. How far do we know to go? We can see measurement there? So you have to see this, okay? So this person has his 18. So that's the measurement going in. What's the size of this hole, Khalil? 12? You see a size there? So what happened? So we got dimensioning. So I don't want you to come and try to make up measurements or guess measurements, because if an engineer does that and is wrong, they've wasted material. So you need to come and show the dimension. So that's supposed to be diameter 12, and you change in there. You understand? So we got one there that's 18. You do the same thing over here. So look, this person has a diameter 12, but they're missing the 18 that's going in. How high is this web? Anybody can tell me? 30. So you can see that measurement there on the left side. So because it's on the left side, you don't need to put it in here. You realize that the person has the thickness of it too. So this web is good. Now, some person had this measurement in. This 67. You don't ever dimension that. Dimension center to center, so the 50 is good. And then when I come over here, I have the radius 16 and the radius 8. That should be the center. Over here, this is perfect. We got the web, the bus, sorry, 17. Yeah, so to be honest, Nathan, your drawing this is almost done. The only thing that I could do is look for errors and last it. When I come, I am going to rotate these. And when I rotate it, I'm going to take it up and I'll move it to see if it fits over here. So you have to make sure that it fits, so that one is fitting. Something is off about it. You realize that they're getting some lines here?
Yeah,
see, there's some extra lines down by the end. So that means that the measurement that you use in the exploded, you have it a bit longer than. You don't have me. All right, so up here now, We put it here again. Oh my. Is the problem here with this? So the thing is, right, you have drawn it showing the two sides, showing the two bumps. So Nathan, this is what happened. You copy it from the plan view, right? So it should fit the plan view, fine. But there's still an error with the plan view. Now I don't mind it not fitting here, but you can see the error on this side here again. So you can't cheat the system, guys. You have to make sure that these things line up. Even though you're not making this, I need you to imagine if you were making it. So we're going over here now. It's my job. Yes. So this one here is perfect. You understand that? So all this is same. Trey. The exploded is the same as the orthographic. So that's where you cannot have those errors. You understand, Amelie? I'm saying like, okay, that one is good. Any questions? So we got a problem here with this one. It is not, this hidden the tail. Y'all paying attention? It ain't lining up fully. The hidden tail is not lining up fully. See error? You lose marks for these errors. Your work has to be spot on, fellas. I am not going to sugarcoat it for you. It got to be spot on. Last thing, when it comes to these drawings, you're going to make 2 extra boxes. And our 2 final drawings will go in these 2 boxes. This will be next week that we will start it. Next week, we're going to start our section. So we could only do the section if you all have all of these things finished. It doesn't make sense me going forward if... No. Mr. Williams is usually done by the first year block. So we can only get to the section of this when everybody has it done correctly. Okay? Any questions?